Hello, welcome back to another anime art video. My name is Dennis and I'm a beginner artist, and in today's video I'm going to be drawing Majin Buu. As I said a few episodes ago, when Deborah was turned into candy, this man literally lifted up everybody from the city, turned them all into like gumballs or whatever he turned them into, jawbreakers. I think it's jawbreakers, because if it was gumballs, he would have been like constantly chewing or blowing bubbles afterward. But all he did was like crunch on them, so they would have had to all be jawbreakers. And he has some strong teeth, but he turned them all into jawbreakers and then ate them all. Okay, but why were they so small when they were all people? You know, they were all people size. You would think they would turn into like maybe like a football. I'm not a football, but like a basketball sized individual. But they all just turned into like these small itty bitty pieces. Maybe he turned Deborah into a big. It makes no sense, because if he turned Deborah into a giant cookie because he wanted to eat and he wanted to get his feel for food, you would think that he would turn everybody into bigger pieces of food so he can, well, bigger pieces of candy so he can get his fill, right? It makes no sense for him to turn Deborah into this giant cookie and then turn everybody else into these small jawbreakers. So, and then eat a bunch of cakes, right? Well, no, well, eat a bunch of cakes prior to that, right? He ate a bunch of cakes because he was hungry, and then said that he was still hungry. He got threatened again by Bobbity, and then they went here. So he was still hungry. So it makes no sense why he turned them all into small items when he could just, maybe it's the amount, maybe the amount of people. He can't turn all those people into big pieces of candy. He can only turn them into smaller pieces of candy because it's so many of them. I don't know. Whatever. Let's get into this.
You might be the one taking me home. One thing really lead to one. You say that you're the worst, but I don't know. Is that true? People fear the silence with things they think they know. Baby, that's why I just
right, I am finished with this picture of Majin Buu, the Boo Man. Mr. I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your city down. I think I don't know I don't know how I feel about this arc compared to every other arc. Do I like Boo as a character? Yes. But there are certain keys in this arc that like I don't like so much in regards to like let's say the Supreme Kai being extremely stupid for being a Supreme Kai, a Supreme God. Makes no sense for the decisions that he made. He's also a god that allowed his emotion to run rampant. Um, which makes no sense for a god unless you're like a god of destruction, in which case your rage would be one of those things that make your personality essentially or has ties to your personality, whereas every other god I think should more or less like have their emotions under control. And for somebody like the Supreme Kai to constantly like say, "Oh, what are you guys doing?" or like show like a ton of fear. I understand that Boo destroyed another Kai or whatever, right? Destroyed a bunch of stuff. Okay, but that's him, and the amount of fear that Supreme Kai was showing for other individuals that were not Boo, like the fodder character that shoots like lasers, or and got brought back to his planet, which had 100 times Earth gravity or whatever, and Vegeta scoffed it off. Like he was afraid of all those guys, and I'm like, for you being a Supreme Kai, being above regular Kais, you would think that you would know more about individuals than the rest, right? Like even when Goku met Grand Kai, the Grand Kai, he went Super Saiyan against Pikkon, and the Grand Kai knew the distance between their power at that moment. So why does it take the Supreme Kai so long to realize what these guys are actually capable of? Even if they don't power up, you just seen Gohan power up to Super Saiyan 2 at the tournament. So you would know that if Goku and Vegeta are saying that Gohan is not as strong as he was when blah 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 happened, then they're implying that they're stronger and they're disappointed that he's not as strong, which means that they're stronger. That's what that means. So the fact that afterward they were going and they were getting ready to fight a bunch of strong people, if you think that he's stronger than you definitively, or you think that his power is just manageable for you, but almost so far gone that you can't control him, then obviously the other two would stand a better chance at fighting individuals than Gohan would. So I don't know. The Supreme Kai is like one of those things in this arc that just like rubs me the wrong way. Same thing as like the Supreme Kai's right hand man in regards to him being like, oh, like holding this sword. How is he? How do you think he's going to be able to hold this sword? The sword, even I couldn't pull it out of the ground, right? You got one shotted by Deborah. I don't want to hear a thing that you have to say about what I can do versus what you can do. I don't care that you aren't able to pull this sword out of this rock when you got one-shotted by Deborah. Because did I get one-shotted by Deborah? No. That's like Goku taking advice from an underworlder. Let's say the underworlder that leads people down to Snake Way. Oh, I live my whole life in the on this other side, so I naturally should be stronger. That's not how that works. You live on a planet. This guy lives on like this Supreme Kai planet, right? And he's like, "Oh, this sword is always here, and I feel as if I'm strong. So I naturally should be able to lift this, and if I can't, then you can't. Even though, even though they went there looking for, quote unquote, they went there looking for Goku and they found Gohan. You went there because you wanted somebody with a large amount of power in order to make this happen. If you were strong enough to do that, you should have been the one to have your power siphoned by Spopovich and Yami, but you didn't. You had Gohan do it. So that's a clear giveaway right there that I'm like far beyond what you can do. So why would you even compare those two? But that's it for this video. If you liked it, be sure to leave a like, subscribe. If you didn't, let me know what I can do in the comment sections to make it better for you to watch next time. The glove is off. Peace, love. Thanks for watching.